plan for a building that tall with a roller coaster around it, if that thing gets stuck,
Stuck. Oh, that's
or
easy.
something,
Oh yeah.
how do you
evacuate?
people?
Oh yeah, well, that's easy. That's easy. The roller coaster has at the top, where you see where you saw kind of like the flying saucer at the top of it, which contains the first level is the maintenance level. On the maintenance level, you have your entire evacuation system. So unlike many other coasters where if it stops and you're just stuck there until they get it fixed and rolling again, we can actually lower a complete what do you call it?
Rescue basket.
A contraption, a basket, not a basket, but like what window washers use in New York. What is that word?
Scaffold.
A scaffold. We can, but it's built just for this, and it can reach any part of the track from above you. So if for any reason there's something like that would happen, we could within minutes get to where that car is, rather than in some other situations people have been stuck for hours because there's nothing above them. We can get right down to
this. And first of all, when I heard about this, I thought they should be giving you guys the key to the city, because you're coming in here, you're building the tallest roller coaster in the world. You're revamping this tacky, kitschy north end of I Drive, making it a first-class thing. And I've lived in Orlando for close to 20 years. Orlando is the city of superlatives. We're the biggest this, the largest that. This is the largest roller coaster in the world. We've got the biggest McDonald's, the biggest Checkers, the biggest everything, biggest theme parks in the world. That's great. You're contributing to that. 4,200 jobs, 1,000 of which are permanent. I mean, I'm blown away by it, but then here's where I kind of start to get derailed. I'm looking in the media, and I'm seeing that 4 of the 7 county commissioners voted against it.
Those were advisory board members of the PNC.
I'm sorry, I used the wrong terminology.
Yes.
Excuse me.
The commission has not voted.
Thank you for correcting me. 4 of the advisory board members voted against it. And I'm thinking, well, there have to be logical reasons why they did that. All the benefit that this would be bringing, is it because they don't like tall things? I mean, if that's it, don't live in Orlando, don't live in Las Vegas, move out somewhere else. But what doesn't make sense to me is the benefits are like huge, and the complaints against this, skepticism over parking or skepticism over this or that, are minuscule. I've been following in the Orlando Sentinel, where I see that Universal Studios has been bullying you guys and claiming that they have a right to unhindered visual access to blue skies in all directions and straight above. At least someone in Harry Potter's kingdom, or whatever they call it, might have their fantasy disrupted by seeing a tower in the distance. I don't know how they handle the fact that commercial jets are flying overhead all the time, and that's not disrupting their experience. So I guess what I want to know is, looking at the political aspect of this, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just, my common sense and my natural skepticism makes me question, what on earth are those 4 people thinking that they're taking a stand against this with all the benefit that it brings? It doesn't seem logical. First thing my mind went to, and again, I'm not trying to accuse, but the first thing my mind logically went to is somebody either being blackmailed or bribed by Universal Studios for them to come in and say, you better vote against that or we're going to blah, blah, blah. It's insane. Do we know anything about why these 4 people voted against it? Because that's just illogical.
That's what they can do.
Well, those commissioners voted in their capacity, and we respect their decision. And we will appear before the Board of County Commissioners on December 1st, and we'll hope for a positive result to our rezoning. And I appreciate your comments, sir.
Michael, I was very impressed by your talk.
Thank you, sir.
I didn't realize your vision that I saw what you did. I think the problem in most of the people in this room, including myself, you have a resistance to change. And that's in everybody. I remember when I worked here, I always had people, no matter what you did, oh, I didn't like it, because you resist change. If you went to Publix and you shop here and here, if they changed the shelves around, you go in and they changed it. And that's what happens now. And I'll give you another big example. I'm here for over 30 years. when I first come in, there was no Universal. I used to love those woods. And all of a sudden, wow, I thought, oh. And all of a sudden he built it, and they were very, very accommodating to the surrounding people. And after a while, you sort of enjoy it. And at the same time, before there was a Universal, what's that show that Perkins Street again?
Yes, sir.
That's the one. And this is before Universal. If you came down Kirkman Road and you turned into International Drive, then how long it took to go from Kirkman Road to Sand Lake Road in those days? 2 hours. You don't wonder why that would happen. Because everybody used to come down from the town, because this was the greatest place to go. And it was loaded with people. Today, it's bad enough. It's bad enough now. And I bitch more than anybody else as far as traffic goes. But it's not as bad as it could be. Don't forget, wait another year downtown by the Orlando
Dr. Phillips.
arena. Wait till see what a mess that's going to be for the next 4 years. And what do you see how those people are going to be bitching? But after a while, they'll probably be better off. But this mess that we have now on Sand Lake Road, and I know it's a mess, and everybody in this room knows it's a mess. This gentleman here is trying to fix it up. He probably will get it done, but it'll take time. And in the meantime, we resist a change. You like everything nice. So I say, let's go with this gentleman's idea, because he has a terrific vision, I think, anyway. In fact, I'd like to...
Yeah, Alan, I've lived here since 1957, and I can't believe they left out Disney and Martin Marietta. But I guess you have a skewed view of the history of Orange County. I think there were some very legitimate questions brought up that aren't really getting any real answers to them. And that is to the degree the cart is in front of the horse. And that is that the traffic comes first, and then we'll work on these solutions that we got no money for them. Okay? We're concerned that the traffic impacts are understated in the traffic reports that have been submitted. The comparisons used by the applicant in their own traffic study is that this project will have an impact similar to Dave & Buster's. That's, after what I've just seen, and the tenfold size of your project, it's just hard to believe. It's hard to believe that what you're building, that you're going to invest $500 million, and you're going to have barely more impact than a Dave & Buster's. It's just, the traffic's going to come.
Thank you, Mr. Latham.
I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
You've had a lot of time. And so have some of your proponents. We're talking about, I think you've quoted a $40 million pedestrian bridge, and you're putting it off. I'm willing to help fund it. But there's no funding mechanism. There's no funding mechanism for Sand Lake Road interchange to be improved. And the widening is not going to address those impacts that these people brought up, that you can't get through that interchange most of the day. And there really hasn't been a concrete answer. And to say that this project's only going to spit off 10 or 20% more than a Dave & Buster's is a stretch. We've brought Mr. Ross with CH2M Hill, and he can touch on some other points that we think are inadequate about the traffic study. And we don't think this issue's been adequately addressed in this meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Peter Latham, attorney for Universal Studios.
Do you want to address some of those comments too? Because I think it's important to bring that up. And just to let you know, right, when we sent out the notice on this for the meeting today, we sent out a notice to about 1,100 people. All right, so what you have in here is who showed up. And I don't know who is on the other end of my email, other than people who have been to all my community meetings over the last 7 years. So I get people who, maybe disappointed in my decisions, and some who have been happy with my decisions. So, but we set it all out. So I just want to make sure that, everyone knows that there was a large span of residents who were reached in my area about tonight to come and talk about this. So, Renzo, would you talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So there's been a lot of talk about what transportation improvements are going to be in place or not in place. And I know some of you heard the same conversation a couple of days ago, so forgive me if I repeat myself. But Sand Lake Road is fully funded to be widened from John Young Parkway to just west of I-Drive.
All right, let's get this young lady here.
Well, I don't have a question. I just want to say that I'm very excited about the project itself and look forward to what it's going to bring to the community. I do, though, still see that we're focusing a lot on the traffic, but the traffic is going to be here. And what I found is being here over years and seeing the differences of growth that has occurred here, I recall the same thing we talked about when John Young Parkway was getting ready to be opened up. It was the same thing. And then now, years down the line, it's like, what would we have done if it had not been, if we hadn't stepped out, So I agree with the gentleman about how we struggle sometimes with change, and then later down the line, we see the benefits of how it's helped us to get through it, because we do need to be competitive. Orlando and Central Florida is bringing all of these people. We need to step up above where we are. Where we are now, what's brought us to where we are, is not going to get us to where we're going. And we're going to grow, and we're going to have traffic regardless. I mean, it is not going to go away. So having something that we can channel and what you're doing in this project helps. I mean, we're not going to get to where we don't have it. We've got to be realistic, and I think that in time, you're looking at those things that you're going to be able to put in place and working on how we address those concerns. But the biggest thing is that it's going to bring something to us that we need. And I know from a standpoint of even Tangelo Park, I mean, what Rosen has done has helped to build an area of our community that at one time we didn't know how that was going to impact us. And that's another impact, helping to bring jobs and helping to present and raise the caliber and the standard of people that live in these communities that feel as though there is nothing. We need that in this area. And yes, it's going to be some other little growing pains, but I mean, hey, it's time for us to step up. It's time to step up, and so we can be more competitive. And I'm really excited about the project, and I do believe this one.
If I may, just because the question was asked, Melanie Becker with Universal, we're concerned about the height. You've been an Orange Tree resident, I'm not sure how long.
I actually asked about the height. It was one of the
Right,
questions.
and that's been our concern. We worked very closely with all the neighbors when building and coming up to a 200-foot limitation. We turn the lights down at nighttime. You really can't see that much if you're standing at Dr. Phillips High School as to what's happening on our property. So we love what he's doing at Main Rose. Agree with you. We need entertainment options. Orange County Convention Center. Those folks come, they want to entertain customers, they want to entertain their employees when they're here on a convention. We get it. We just think it's too high. Be the tallest in Orlando. You can look. Nothing's the tallest for very long. We're not going to be the world's tallest forever, right? So own being the tallest in Orlando. Go 300, go 350. And let's just keep the skyline of I-Drive the right way.
Well, I would, thank you, Melanie. I would answer Melanie in that I believe that their angle is to make our business less viable. Yes.
Less
Can I
competition.
ask one question?
I've lived here for a lot of years.
One more and then we'll shut it down, that's it.
I love driving across North.
5 after 8.
But isn't the biggest generator of traffic on that side of I-Drive Universal? And didn't they just tell me they're building 4,000 new hotel rooms? Who's generating the traffic? Are they just saving that space for themselves? I don't see that we're the big impact. I think that the Universal's already told the whole world that they are the ones that are going to build another $1 billion worth of infrastructure. So let's ask them where they're going to put the traffic.
They're hypocritical bullies. That's what they
All right,
are.
all right.
Guys, wait, 1 second, let me just add, I thank you very much. Listen, I have nothing against Universal Studios. This is America. Businesses compete in a competitive landscape, and businesses try to outdo each other. And this is just me talking to you right from my heart. These people's jobs are to come here and to try to limit our project. That's their job, and I respect that. And if Mr. Latham was working for me, he would be advocating my project, not being against it, okay? So, while I respect everything that Melanie is saying, and, you know, they're doing billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars in sales, and we haven't sold one mojito yet on International Drive. I have done nothing but spent money here. I haven't made $1 yet. And I'm getting, you know, this type of pushback from Universal Studios. They are kicking butt. They're doing great. They're innovating. They're beating Disney at their own game. They're making Disney buy Lucasfilm just to stay competitive with them, because Harry Potter was such a groundbreaking experience. It pulled us out of the recession here. They opened Harry Potter, and all of a sudden we were up 30% here. So I thank them for that. I think it was an incredible innovation, and it will always be remembered. 20 and 30 years from now, it'll be remembered that Hogsmeade pulled Orlando out of the Great Recession.